Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is Canada Zone, and I am back for another 2K rebuild. We've got the Milwaukee Bucks today. Made a splash trade, trading for my favorite player and my team's starting point guard in Damian Lillard. Had a tough season of adjustment ball in Milwaukee this past year. Okay, well, in the sim, clearly not. But had a tough year in Milwaukee this past year. Chris Middleton is also a regressing third option now. Brook Lopez is not what he was the last few years. He's really struggled, and in 2K, the game despises him. So our goal is going to be to ship him out as quickly as possible. And this team kind of lacks young talent. They took a swing on AJ Johnson late in the first round this year, who's more of a project piece. Tyler Smith, a guy out of I believe the G League Ignite, or high school. I think he was G League. But another guy who seems to be more of a project play piece. And then, like, their best young talent is guys like Andre Jackson, Marjon Beauchamp, who are already in their early and approaching mid-20s in some cases. AJ Green, another guy who's 25 years old. And this team, if we go check, doesn't have any picks. They have a swap worst with the Pels, and then they have their 2029 first and second round picks. And that's it. Everything has been traded for Drew Holiday, Damian Lillard, like all these guys. So I have set up our untouchables, I've set up our trade block, and I've set up our target list. I think this team really lacks a strong center on the inside, and I think Zubats or Rob Williams is going to be that guy. DeAndre Ayton, while he is probably the best of the four options, he's too offensive. We have enough offensive firepower. Scoring isn't the issue, it's defending. And we need guys like Rob Williams who can block shots and grab rebounds, or Ivica Zubac who can set hard picks, grab rebounds, and be a bruiser inside. So that's what we're going to do. At this coming trade deadline, our goal is to land one of those four. So I'm going to get to simulating, and I will see you guys when we try to make a push for a big man. We are about to give away possibly 2 first-round picks for Rob Williams. I had to sign Chimezie Metu for roster filler. So maybe we can land, like if we took a guy like Duop Reith. Could we get it done? Like 2 firsts is the best we can do. Okay. Overpay? Possibly. But, like, that's just what you have to do. We are here with the Utah Jazz, who somehow have Lonzo Ball. I guess Chicago traded him. He opted in and they traded him, or he declined his option, didn't get signed, and they picked him up. But we need a backup guard. That's really the only position we're lacking. So if I show you guys, we don't have a backup one. We have Marjon Beauchamp and, Andre Jackson. We're going to trade AJ Green. And then Chris Middleton, Andre Jackson, Giannis and Bobby P, Rob Will, Jackson Hayes, and Duop Reith. Now, I'd be open to throwing in Jackson Hayes. Let's try it with 1 pick. Okay. Which, I mean, I expected them. Let's see if we can get it done with seconds. Because if I can give them all second-round picks instead of an extra first, I'll give them every second-round pick we have. I'd much rather do that. Dang, okay. How about we give them another second-round pick? Please accept the deal. I don't really want to have to give up 3 first-round picks for Lonzo. Okay, we land Lonzo Ball. I will look around the association, and I will get back to you guys when we possibly find someone to upgrade at that 2 spot. This is a guy who, for 1 season, is going to help us greatly in the backcourt. An absolute clamp artist to the highest degree, and I'm willing to give up 2 first-round picks for Alex Caruso. I think that is a very beneficial trade for us. And I'm going to sign some filler guys, and then we are going to let it rock, and I'm going to see you guys at the end of the regular season. 57 wins and counting here to round out the end of the regular season. Come on. Oh, no way. Oh my gosh. The Milwaukee Bucks are a 60-win team. That is unbelievable. We get the Pacers in the first round. We'll take a look at the standings real quick. Take a look at, we were the best team in the East by 3 games, and in the West, we were the best team in basketball. You had 2 high 50 wins team though. So it's not a weak conference for sure. But this lineup crushed, evidently. Dame, 28, 4, and 6. Alex Caruso, I don't care that he didn't shoot the ball well at all. I know he was locking dudes up. Chris Middleton, very good for our third guy. Giannis was our second leading scorer. I thought he would be first, but all right. This team, I think, is in a very good spot going into this Pacers series. They should just have Pascal, Reese, and everybody, so they're healthy. That's it, though. So they're the same roster that they were. We take game 1 against Indiana. We give game 2, though, and we lose game 3. We take game 4. I'm going to make a preemptive rotation change and say Marjan. Lonzo does not need that many minutes. 26 to both the bigs. Giannis at 41 is fine. Chris Middleton can go up. Dame can go up. 43 to Giannis. I mean, he's a trooper. That's how... Oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me, man. Okay, game 7. Just to get out of the first round against the Indiana Pacers, who are a far weaker team, in my opinion, in terms of value of players, I think. Oh my gosh, what is happening, dude? Please just get away with it. Yes. Oh, box score. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Okay, box score. Dame with a clutch performance to will us to a win over the Pacers. Tyrese had 21 and 11, Pascal 21 and 13. They tried. We get the Hawks, who shouldn't be a good team at all. Sim Trae Young is just another level of ungodly in this game. Game 1 should go to the Bucks. Game 2 also goes to us. Game 3 should go to us. That's unbelievable. Game 4 should go to us. And Game 5 should go to the Bucks. Thank you. We are likely going to get the Cavs in round 2. That's unfortunate. Thunder and Phoenix on the other side. The Cavs should be the same lineup that you always see, which is exactly what they are. We are going to go into this running an 8-man. Andre, as much as you've been on fire as of late, I don't know how that's reflected in his stats, but these 10 minutes have got to go to the big guys because we need a clamp session from Alex Caruso and absolute bucket clinic from Dame and Giannis. Game 1 goes to the Cavs, or to the Bucks. Game 2 to the Bucks. Game 3 to the Cavs. Game 4 to the Bucks, and Game 5 to the Cavs. Game 6 to the Milwaukee Bucks. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Giannis Antetokounmpo, your finals MVPs, your conference finals MVPs, sorry. And we get the Oklahoma City Thunder in the NBA Finals. Rui Hachimura is now their starting small forward, but that seems to be the only changes they made. We stole Alex Caruso from them. You got to tough it out. Game 1 to the Bucks. Game 2 to the Bucks. Game 3 to the Bucks. And we sweep the 2K darlings of the Western Conference. Giannis is your finals MVP. He gets his second ring. Damian Lillard gets his first ring. And we're going to run it back and try and prolong this winning period for Giannis and the Bucks. We're going to get Chris Middleton back. This is the trade tree that I put together to land us all those picks. Traded for Dembona again. He seems to be the go-to guy to land you a ton of picks because Philly gave us him in a first and then traded for him back for 2 seconds, and then we traded for him again for a free agency signing, and then Philly traded for him again for a first and a second. So they just kept gifting us picks. Giannis, 98 overall. Dame up to an 89 after a killer season. Chris Middleton drops to an 86, but he was an 87, but I changed him to a 2 guard in the middle of the year when we were doing our experimentation lineup, and that dropped him to an 86. But then when I switched him back, he went back up to an 87. So I guess that's true regression. Bobby Portis up to an 83. Rob Williams up to an 83. Lonzo up to an 83. Marjan up to a 79. That's clutch. Andre up to a 78. I'm going to see you all at the trade deadline. 46-6. That is our record at the trade deadline. We started the season off 9-0, and we were 31-4 through our first 35 games. Take a look at these player stats real quick. Scoring is down, but that's because it's more spread out. Dame's given us 25, Giannis 24, which we re-signed both Dame, Giannis, and Bobby Portis in the middle of the year. Chris Middleton's given us 16, Bobby P 13, 12 from Marjan. He's been taking a great leap as a bench scorer this year. He could be He won't win Sixth Man of the Year, but he would get some votes. Jalen Duren's a guy. Could we steal Jalen Duren? Like, I would give them... Let's try it like this. Okay. Expected answer. Now this Clippers pick. Oh my gosh. All right. So we have now stolen the starting center for the Detroit Pistons. Jalen Duren is far and away an unbelievable player in 2K. He may start over Rob, or Rob can start, and we'll have Jalen Duren be a super six-man off the bench. Like, he was playing probably 28 minutes a night. His minutes are unfortunately going to go down, or we run the 9-man. This team is unbelievable. I'm going to get to simming, and again, I will see you guys at the end of the regular season. 1 win shy of our win total from last season, and we're only 75 games in, 76 now. We've tied our win output from last year. We have beaten our record from last season. We lose to the Thunder, unfortunately. But the Hornets, 64 wins, 65 wins. We could be a 67-win team after winning the NBA championship, progressing after winning a championship. We go 67-15. Somehow we don't have the MVP. That's unbelievable. No major awards. We get Coach of the Year and Executive of the Year, I guess. Not even a first-team appearance for Giannis. Are you kidding me? Second team? And we don't even get anyone else on third team. Just Giannis on all defensives, all rookie, nobody played for us. Exactly, yeah. So that's garbage. But this team, we get the Heat in the first round. Oh, here, I'll show you guys the standings real quick. As you can see, 12-game lead in the Eastern Conference, 12-game lead in the Western Conference. We are far and away the best team in basketball. So, Miami Heat are running out a roster of Jimmy, Tyler Herro, Bam, Nikola Jovic, and Terry Rozier. So they've made no changes to their starting lineup, except Jaime Jaquez isn't there, which is peculiar. But Game 1 goes to the Bucks, Game 2 to the Bucks, Game 3 to Miami, Game 4 to the Bucks, and Game 5 to the Bucks. We get the Pacers, our first-round matchup from last year, but this time in round number 2. They've made one change. Miles Turner is no longer there, and instead it is Nikola Vucevic, which is a peculiar choice, in my opinion. But we take Game 1, Game 2, we take Game 3, and we get through in 5. Perfect. All right. So you've got the Mavs and the Blazers on one side, and us and the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals. They've got JB, Dante DiVincenzo, OG, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson. So this team is basically the same. I don't know what they did to their bench, but they look about the same as usual. We take Game 1, we lose Game 2, we take Game 3, they take Game 4, we take Game 5. I'm going to make a cautionary change, and I think that'll help us here. Game 6, boom. Back-to-back finals. Dame is your conference finals MVP this time, and we get the Mavs. A very steep hill to climb. They've got Luka, Kyrie, Quentin Grimes, Kyle Kuzma, and Derek Lively. Luka is as good as your best 3 players in the 2K sim. And case in point, we've got to lock him down. 46, 10, and 9. Oof, maybe we go to Marjan in this series. And we just let it rock like this. Rotation change has been made. Game 2, we take it back. That's huge. Dame with a big game. Jalen Duren with a big game. Game 3 goes to the Mavs, though. Kyle Kuzma has himself a game. Damn. Game 4 goes to the Mavs. Luka's just unbelievable. Like, his shooting is down. Like, we're holding him to bad shooting splits so far through games 2 and 3, but we just can't get a stop on the supporting cast, which is exactly what we need to be doing. Game 4, or Game 5, let's see. Damn, and the Mavs take it. It's Luka, man. It's so difficult to stop Luka. I'm convinced. I'm actually thinking about it right now. Damn, unfortunately, Dame regresses a bit, so does Chris Middleton, but the rest of these guys improve. I think Derrick Rose is my jinx in these series. I always sign him because I want to get him a ring off the bench for us, and I never, ever win when D Rose is on my team. So maybe that's the issue. I wish it was the issue. It's 99.99% my fault that I can't win these later years. We're going to get to simulating. I'm going to do my best to trade Ben Shepherd while we're going, and I will see you guys at the end of the regular season. There is some regression this season. Now, we are still absolutely going to be the best, if not probably the second best team in basketball. We miss out barely on 3 consecutive 60-win seasons by just 1 game. Luka is now a member of the Miami Heat. The Milwaukee Bucks are the 1 seed in the East. So we take a look at the standings here. We won the East by 5 games, and we were the best team in basketball again. The Spurs take the West by 8 games, though, but we beat the Spurs by 2 total wins. So in player stats now, oh, that's playoff stats, sorry. Player stats, we had Dame and Giannis as our 1-2, Jalen Duren not far behind, AJ Johnson, a very surprising rookie case. So we get the Hawks in the first round. They do have Michael Jordan at point guard, the greatest basketball player of all time, but we are going to run a 10-man for the first round. Actually, I kind of like how they set this up, I'm not going to lie. Our third final in 3 seasons. We take the Hawks. Oof. Take them in 6. Now, problem is we got Luka in round 2. That means Jimmy should be gone. Jimmy's gone. They have the same supporting cast, though. Jaime Jaquez evidently didn't get traded and is now their starting 3. I guess he was blocked behind Jimmy. I don't know how they didn't move them around. But you've got Luka, Tyler Herro, and Bam Adebayo. That's where the concern comes from, because Luka is very good in this game. We take a 2-1 series lead, though, a 3-1 series lead, and we get out in 5. Oh my God, that is unbelievably huge. You've got Portland and OKC on the Western Conference Final, and we get the Cavs with the addition of Keegan Murray. I think we're the better team. Without Evan Mobley, they should be significantly weaker defensively, as they take 2 of... Oh my God, what? Dude, come on. Let's try maybe that offensively. Game 5. Oh my God, are you kidding me, dude? Now, we did make 2 finals appearances in 3 years and 3 consecutive conference finals while being the number 1 team in basketball 3 straight years in a row. I would have loved to get more rings, but we landed Giannis his 2nd, we landed Dame his 1st, and we brought a championship back to Milwaukee for the 2nd time in 5 years. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.